Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're doing a follow-up on the eviction we did yesterday where we had to remove 500 tires, kind of a crazy situation.
So this did end up being a very crazy day, crazier than I thought it could be. Cops were involved, lots of different people were involved, lots of dumpsters were involved, lots of trailers with tires filled up. It was pretty insane. And I'm going to try and remember to tell all the story as we go through it. But yeah, it was way more exciting than I thought it would be. That is for sure. And of course, make sure to check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff. We have a free book on there. And we love the likes and new subscribers. So welcome if you are a new subscriber.
So we're just across the street right now because we're trying not to cause too much drama or more drama than there is already. So this property is a 7-unit property I bought 4 or 5 months ago. In that very front house there, we did an eviction yesterday, and those people had been evicted from a tire store before that 2 weeks ago, and they dumped 500 tires kind of in the back of the property. So for the eviction, the house is pretty much gone. We took possession of that, but we also put all of the tires in dumpsters, or almost all of them. We have 3 roll-off dumpsters there, and there's another one. Oh, that was quick, right there. And we still needed more. We needed a 4th one for all the tires, but the dumpster company did not have it. And then they dropped it off today. And so we were over there adding tires to that dumpster as well. And then the evicted people, so they have 24 hours to get all the stuff before we can dispose of it, get rid of it. So they came back over there all mad that we're getting ready to take their tires. They still have like an hour left, but we're just loading more tires into the dumpster because that came today. And so they do have, you can see their blue truck over there with a trailer full of tires over there. So they are taking some of them, but we are just waiting kind of for the 11 o'clock to come. That's when the dumpster company will come back, haul these tires off. And we do have a place to take them now, so we'll talk about that too. But hopefully there's no issues when that happens. We've called the police. They said they'll be here at 11 too, just to make sure there's no problems, no issues. And at that point, if they're still on the property, it's trespassing. Hopefully there's no issues there. But they've had weeks and so much time to get all of these tires and take everything off the property. And they wait until, literally, they didn't do anything yesterday. They had all day yesterday to get tires, take them off. Didn't do it. And now they're doing it at the last hour and mad because we're not letting them have more time. So we'll see how all that goes. There's some other interesting stories too with other tenants and other things going on. We'll try and talk about here as well. But that's the most interesting stuff. So we'll come back here in a little bit, see how that goes, and also give some information on where the tires are going as well, which is kind of interesting too. Yep, I'm filming you. So you can see the trailer back there, and then that lady who just drove up in a Home Depot truck is actually the tenant in number 5, where all the tires were stored beside her house. And we told her before the tires needed to go away, or she was going to get a notice to be evicted too for storing hazardous material, etc., violating her lease. And she claimed she couldn't talk to these people, didn't know them. It wasn't her fault. She wanted them gone too, but then she keeps hanging out with them, driving with them, showing up to her office to pay rent with them. So not sure we believe that either. So the first thing that happened is they called the cops on us and said we were trying to steal their tires. Cops came, we told him the situation, and he's like, yeah, okay, you can give them a little more time, but we'll come back if they don't leave. If it's after 11, they're still trespassing. And so this is the person who was evicted, and he had a good time videotaping us. And this was him videotaping, we think it's his wife, putting tires onto that tiny little trailer, which we'll tell you about later. But yeah, I think this was him trying to make a case for how much we were harming him and his family. That's another car we'll see later. That's part of the story as well, the white Infiniti that comes into play. And here, we finally have the dumpsters come. So we got there at like 10, waited around, kind of crazy situation. 11 rolled along, and we're hoping all the dumpster trucks would get there at once. And one showed up at like 12, maybe a little bit before 12. The others didn't show up till after 1. So
That was a little frustrating because we really wanted to get them out of there and done because we knew there would be problems, but we can't control that situation. So the dumpsters finally came, and between like 11 and 12, while this was happening, the tenant left. He was gone. He had this huge trailer full of tires, as I think you could see before, a truck pulling it, but just sitting there. And he left. He left with one of the other tenants and what we think was his wife there. And we couldn't get a hold of him, didn't know where he was. He wasn't doing anything. But he had a couple people behind to kind of keep an eye on it. And there's one of them right there, I think, and was calling him and talking to him when the dumpster showed up. Oh, no, that's one of our guys. But we'll see one of his guys later. So we were really happy to find the dumpster show up. But then, yeah, there are some of his guys. One of them was loading an engine into that pickup. The other one was just standing around calling him, talking to him. Now, ironically, that engine, me and our crew helped him load that engine in just to get it out of there to try and help him out. That lady right there talking to the dumpster driver right there is trying to tell him to take the dumpsters to their storage unit and take the tires to her place. That's her car right there. So as soon as the dumpster left, there she goes, following them to try and see where the dumpster was being taken. And we would not tell them where. We didn't want to cause any problems. It's kind of like a secret location because we knew they would follow them, cause problems, try and take them. Who knows what was going to go on. Now, they'd also pleaded and asked for us to keep tires there or to keep the dumpsters there until 5. There goes the engine that we helped load up. And that guy's actually pretty cool. He's looking for work, and one of our contractors was talking about hiring him. But there's the white trailer. So that lady in the white Infinity eventually lost the trail of the dumpster, came back, and that was her trailer. Here we have the gentleman yelling at me. The tenant came back. He's telling me, hey, I need till 5 o'clock. I need time. I'm like, hey, you've had 3 weeks. You've had 24 hours. You've literally not moved one tire in over 24 hours. I'm sorry. That's not how it's going to work. And they're filming us, saying they're going to take me to court. They're going to sue me. I'm going to pay for all these tires. I'm like, fine, take us to court. Whatever you want. So at this point, a couple of them pull the car out, and then they're still not leaving. It's after 1 o'clock now, and they start yelling at my contractors, telling them that they were threatening to steal cars, telling them that they were trying to steal tires, all this stuff. So we called the police at that point. And so here they were trying to get ready to go to drive off after the police were talking to them, and we had to call the police in because they just simply were not leaving, just standing there. And so the police came, basically started yelling at them, say, what are you doing here? We told you had to leave. It's 2 hours later. You're trespassing. We're going to arrest you. You have to leave. And at that point, they finally left, and they loaded up this trailer full of, well, it was already loaded up. It had been loaded up most of the night. But they finally got in their truck and were ready to drive the trailer off, which is pretty crazy. We'll show you that here soon. And, oh, man, it's just hard to remember everything. But there's all the police cars. There's our other dumpster we're still waiting for.
What'd they say?
So the police are still talking to him. The lady in the white Infinity came back, picked up her little brown trailer. She said she's done with the situation, didn't want to deal with it. But she did ask us if we wanted to buy 3 of her cows. Literally said she had 3 cows for sale and asked if we wanted to buy them. And like pleasantly said, no, that's okay. We don't need your cows. Here's a close-up of the police over there. Like I said, they were cool. They offered to stay around the area, patrol it basically all day long. And then here we go. They're finally leaving. As you can see, they have 500 tires, but not an extra tire for the trailer. And we will see why that's important here soon. And also,
that tire's not even tied
just
on.
The whole situation summed up in this one little section of video right here about this whole situation. So, but yeah, he was super mad that he's losing his tires, but he literally had 3 weeks to move them, didn't pay rent for 4 months, bottoms out there. Those tires, who knows how many of them fell off while he was driving away. And we didn't see him come back after this. But again, you know, we're keeping an eye out on the property. Who knows what's going to happen?
Okay.
It's a little stressful, wondering what he may or may not do. His other tire shop got evicted. The police said that was an absolutely crazy situation. They literally had the SWAT team there. So that wasn't fun. This guy's been arrested multiple times. So, yeah, well, hopefully the situation is over. But it wouldn't surprise me if we have more drama later on as things keep going. Now, we mentioned we had a secret location for these tires. The girl in the white car kept asking me where it was. She kept saying, oh, we didn't know we had 24 hours. We didn't know you were taking our tires, even though she was there with the sheriff yesterday when they're talking about it. Here we go. Here's some video of us dropping off the first dumpster, and it actually went to a dairy. So a dairy, this is all Nikki. She found a dairy who uses them to cover their silage or something. So we were able to take the tires, dump them there, free of charge, no cost to us. The dairy gets lots of tires that they need. Problem solved. And yeah, we did not disclose where this dairy was, which dairy it is. There's a lot of them in the area. And then there was some drama there too, where, like, hey, is there the dumpster company called us and said that someone's following their truck, they don't know what's going on. The dairy's calling us saying, hey, do we need to be worried about this situation? Like, no, it's okay. We'll try to make sure nobody ends up following you there and causing problems. But again, hopefully we got all this taken care of without where they're at, what's going on. And so one reason why we kind of wanted this is a great place to put them is because, yeah, if we drop them off at another tire store, sell them to a tire store, who knows what, they might find them, cause more problems, cause more drama. Who knows what will happen. So here we are. The tires are gone. The tenants are gone. We'll see if there's any more drama coming up after that, and there you are, just one load of the tires being dropped off. Oh, and yeah, this is his old shop. We did find where there were supposedly homeless people living. Had a SWAT team, 2-day eviction to get all the tires out of there, which then came to our place. Okay, so we're finally leaving. It's 1:20. We got here like 10. The eviction it started 11 o'clock yesterday, so they had till 11 o'clock today to move everything. You can see we're still waiting on some of the dumpsters to be moved. 2 of them have been moved. But the guys were gone. The guys who lived here left for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, left all their tires here, their trailer here, had to call the cops again to come by and tell them they're trespassing, they couldn't stay here. At that point, they started yelling and getting all mad, but they did leave. So now we're finally on our way and leaving this wonderful property. All right, we came back and all the dumpsters are gone. Yay. And everybody's gone, so that's good. So now I guess we'll see what happens from here, if all the buildings get burned down or not. And of course I had to check something out while I was there. I've been wanting to check out for a while, and that's this little space right here. You know, we have the eightplex we just bought. Well, we've been collecting money from the coin-op laundry. We're thinking, hey, we could put a coin-op laundry in here too, and here's a little spot for it. Don't know about the electrical panel being in a laundry room. Have to check that out, but that's an idea. All right, thanks for watching. Love the likes, love the comments. Check out investformore.com. Love seeing subscribers. I'm sure we'll have much more on this coming up here soon. So I just came back again this morning, the next day after the eviction, to make sure all the properties are still standing. They're still standing. Everything looks okay right now. Might walk to the house real quick, make sure it's okay, but so far, so good. So we're in the house. Everything looks good here. Doors are all locked. Tires are still gone. I was telling Nikki, if they wanted to make me mad, if they really wanted to do the worst absolute thing they could have done, after the eviction and while all the dumpsters were sitting here, they could have moved all the tires back into their yard, and that would have been like the absolute worst thing they could have done. But they didn't do that. So, in fact, some of our guys, we had our plumber here actually working on some other stuff here, and after the eviction and after most of us left, he and one other guy were still here, and they said more guys showed up. They just started drinking, hanging out, getting more aggressive, so they decided to leave, which is smart. But instead of moving the tires, and you know, if they were really worth all that money, taking them somewhere, they just decided to drink and hang out, and that's why literally no tires were moved at all until after the 24 hours were up. Just crazy. Something else that's weird. That's tenant number 5 who said they weren't her tires, said they wouldn't talk to her, said she wanted them gone, and then she kept hanging out with him over and over again. Obviously that was a lie, but we replaced all her windows and her door, and we did a lot of things for her, but she's not been very helpful. And I'm not sure why there's a door sitting right there. I don't know what that is. It looks kind of new, but kind of beat up at the same time, so that's kind of interesting. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm sure there'll be lots of drama continuing with this property
But I think our plan too is, since she's been so unhelpful and just very letting them store stuff in her place, in her garage, they're all hanging out in her apartment during the eviction. I think we're going to offer her cash for keys and say, hey, here's some money to move out. Or we're probably going to start the eviction here pretty soon for violating the lease terms. So we'll see how that all goes too. And yeah, of course, we have all our windows in here too. So it'd be good to check this place regularly and make sure no one breaks in and steals those. But we're also hesitant to go put up new windows in every unit right now too until everything is taken care of. So yeah, I think the plan is to get all new tenants. All right. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support. We'll have many more updates on this property, I'm sure. It is Fun Car Friday, so we do have the Super out today. And then I'll be going to speak at the Bigger Pockets Conference here next week. So if anybody is going there, maybe I will see you. All right. Love the likes, love the support, love the comments. We'll be back soon.